people, and he really captured my imagination. So when 2018 came around and he started doing this
I can
flat earth
see
tour,
you.
I was like, I want
You're
to be on this flat earth tour with
really
these guys.
small.
And I went on tour
You're
with them,
so
and they were like, wow, you're
I'm
coming at this from a
Dad.
different angle and speaking in a different way than any of us have. And
I'm going to have to take you away if you're going to talk while Daddy's talking.
Okay, so it's smouldering. I'm prepping the fire for the first meal of the South African Flat Earth event in the forest, this forest. And, oh yeah, cool, flower of life, electromagnetic symbolism hidden in there. Even the artist probably doesn't, the painter that put that on the wall doesn't see that. There was a fire here earlier, so I thought rather than lighting it myself, there you go, I'd let the residual heat do the work for me. And in a moment the smoke will be gone. And this is our little stretchy tent in the event that there's rain and music, maybe some dancing, who knows. It's easy to dance on a flat dance floor.
I won't be offended if no one wants to turn up. That's
why we,
but I, without there
Let me
was
do
a guy
it.
called John Smith Globelight. I don't know if any of you interviewing people, and he really captured my imagination. So when 2018 came around and he started doing this
I can
flat earth
see
tour,
you.
I was like, I want
You're
to be on this flat earth tour with
really
these guys.
small.
And I went on tour
You're
with them,
so
and they were like, wow, you're
I'm
coming at this from a
Dad.
different angle and speaking in a different way than any of us have. And
I'm going to have to take you away if you're going to talk while Daddy's
and
talking.
invited me.
I think everyone knows I'm
Can we go that way?
I think that it probably came across my radar probably 20 years ago when I did alternative research. But Rod and Angie have definitely planted the seed. And every time I listen to them speaking and Rod's experiments and see the posts on Facebook, it becomes more and more of there is a possibility, and I think that's what I'd like to entertain, is that there's a possibility. I'm not convinced, but it hasn't been a priority for me to figure out yet, but maybe now it is. So I'm very curious to hear about all the experts and their research, and just trying to practically figure it out in my mind how everything
Cool.
drifts.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, my name's Hayden. The first I ever heard of platinum, I thought, oh, that's a crazy concept, and it was Rod, and Rod was having a little picnic to your house, Rod and Angie.
Is totally debunkable because of what we actually see in the stars. So what they're telling us, because the dark shading on the Earth here is nighttime. Everything this side is facing the sun, so it's daytime. So as the Earth's turning around every 24 hours, you can't see any of the stars towards the sun because it's daytime. You can only see these stars. So this would be the southern constellation, this would be the northern constellation, say western and eastern. And when you're on this side of the sun, so the table is the plane of ecliptic, right? So the Earth's going around, the moon is going around the Earth on the same plane. So this is flat. And all the planets and everything. So
Yeah, the galaxy is a disk.
So when you are on this side of the sun, you can see the stars. You cannot when you're in this. So and the Earth is here in December. It's here in March. It's here in July, and it's here in September, as it goes around. So when you're in July, you can only see the southern constellation stars. When you're in December, you can only see the northern constellation stars because all these stars are in daylight.
Yes.
When you're on this side of the sun, you can only see the western constellation stars.
Yes.
And but what happens every single night, you can see the southern constellation turning around there, or the Southern Cross I see every single night of the year,
Yes.
and the northern constellation I see the Orion's belt every night of the year going around in some position, because it obviously changes a little bit every night, but during the course of the year, you'll see it every single night. The southern constellation you see every single night.